Welcome all you Scorpios to your monthly reading for the month of June, and we've been looking at a chakra each month starting in January, where we started off with the root chakra. Now we're here 6 months into the year already, so we're at the sixth chakra, which is the third eye. So in addition to finding out what the Creator wants you to know about your month of June, we're also going to be asking, how can you strengthen your intuition? We're going to be asking the advice of Spirit and the Creator, just what advice do they have about your intuition or your spiritual gifts? And we're going to start off pulling a card here from the Energy Oracle cards. And just a side note, any of the cards I use in a reading are listed in the description box below. So we're just going to give these a good shuffle and get the overall energies for the month of June and regarding your intuition and your spiritual gifts. All right, so for our amazing Scorpios, what would you like them to know? All right, that is the one right there. And you have action, card number 17. So it is definitely time to take action on your gifts. Move to that next level. And let me just see what energy comes with this. Yep, energizing effort, willingness to do the work. So this card tells you that now is the time for more aggressive forward movement. The galloping horses represent intentional and concerted action directed towards your goals. So this card indicates that you're on the right track, but your determined efforts must increase now. The white horse is inner action of spirit and thought. The black is outer work that still needs to be done. So continue taking action and trust your intuition. In time, you'll break through and see the results you've been working so hard to create. It reminds me of the Chariot, because the Chariot usually has like a white horse or black horse, or a white sphinx and a black sphinx. But so this definitely is this action, this movement that it's asking for. Now, if you're new to my channel, each month I also take a tarot deck and I split out the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana. And this one, the major arcana, represents, like this card, the overall general energies for the month. So we'll see what else the Creator wants you to know. This is where the Chariot card would be within this stack. So we'll see if it pops out here, since they kind of showed me that that's the Chariot card with movement, but we'll see what comes out here. All right, so what else for our Scorpios, please, for the month of June, and about their spiritual gifts and their intuition, just overall for June? What would you like them to know, please? Okay, got that one right there. And nope, it wasn't the Chariot, but you have the moon. And so this is like the inner reflection, because the moon is about the subconscious, the unconscious. It's connecting to that beautiful energy. When you add the 18 together, it equals the 9, which is in the major arcana is the Hermit. So this is that inner reflection, that inner search that it's talking about here. So the action that they're looking for isn't so much about external action. This is about internal action that they're really zeroing in on here. Now we are going to dive into the minor arcana. So all the four suits of the minor arcana represent 4 different areas of your human experience. We're going to start off with the fire element, which is normally the wands suit in the standard tarot. And this represents your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, your passion, and your energy. So this is like your energetic adventure during the month of June, or in regards to your intuition and your spiritual gifts. So let's take a look here for our Scorpios. What would you like them to know about their energetic experience during the month? Okay, that's the one right here. Let me just move these over. There we go. And you have the Queen of Fire, which would be the Queen of Wands. And this is very powerful. I mean, she is one of the most focused individuals with this energy. She's able to really fine tune and fine focus where she is zeroing in her energy. She also is one of the most intuitive in this of course, of the fire, because all of the queens, in addition to their own element, they also have water element, which the water is like the moon energy. So this is like this connection that they have. Usually, like in a lot of the Queen of Wands, you'll see a black cat, which represents like a familiar, the attachment to your intuition, to your spiritual gifts, to the spiritual world, because this fire can also be your spiritual energy. So this very much is just screaming about your intuitiveness. You don't feel like you're taking a risk when she's making decisions, where the page of the knight and the king of fire, they usually will have like a lizard or a salamander that protects them from the heat of the decisions, of the risk that's happening. But because of her intuition, her connection to the spirit world, when she's making a decision, she's asking and she's connecting to the moon energy like the high priestess does. She's getting the unknown information, the subconscious, the connecting the eye in the sky. Like if you're in a maze and it has huge high walls and you only can see like, okay, there's a wall to the left and to the right of me, and I reach a point where I either have to go left or right. Which way should I go? She consults of the eye in the sky, which is above the maze and can see the entire maze. And they're like, oh, take a right. And so she goes, okay. And she takes her right. Everyone's like, how can you just take a right like that? Aren't you afraid? And what about the risk? And she's like, no, I trust the eye in the sky. I have that connection. So, and it's always telling her the correct, most I wouldn't say correct, because it's just the route and the way that is most in line with her path. There's usually not a right or wrong. Everything is an experience. But when she asks, what's in my highest experience? They're like, oh, take a right. And then so she takes a right. So that's what's coming in here. And then we also will pull a card here from this Return of Spirit deck and see what else they want you to know about your energetic adventure during June. So very much this is the interaction that's coming up here, and they want this one for you, Scorpios. And so you have commitment. Yes, I love this. So this is that commitment. This is making that inner commitment to your gift, to your intuition, really believing it, right? It's like, well, I do want to do that, but it's like making this decision, this inner commitment to invest in this inner work, to connect to your intuition, to connect to your spiritual gifts, to allow that to be a part of your life. And let me see here what else it says here for you. Yeah, it says you're being asked to make some sort of a commitment. It's both a promise and a responsibility. So this could be a connection with a relationship, such as moving in together, deciding to get married, or having a child. I feel this is more spiritual, though, than that. But this is a general reading, so that could be energy that's flowing out into the physical world around this kind of inner commitment. But this card can also point to other types of commitment, such as starting a new business, planning a vacation with friends, signing up for classes, or taking on any type of long-term project. This commitment is a binding one, and you will not be able to get out of it easily should you change your mind later. So this is signified by the bow-like symbol in the fractal image on the card. So whatever the case may be, this commitment does hold soul lessons and was planned before you came here. So this does not mean that it is either good or bad, like I was talking about before, but simply means that it is a fated event. You and the others involved in the situation are fulfilling your soul agreements with each other. This card can also be calling you to make a serious commitment to yourself, whether it is to lose weight, quit smoking, start a yoga class, or go for some healing sessions. You may also need to reassess any previous commitments you've made to discern whether they are still right for you. It would also be wise to look closely at the commitments others have made to you and assess whether they are fulfilling their promise. Might be a time to release them from that commitment. You may be wavering in your decision about a certain commitment, so lean towards the idea that this might actually be the right thing for you to do. Spirit usually replies to the things which are most important to us at the moment. So this card can act as a validation that you are heading in the right direction. So love it, love it, love it. Now, where this is your energy, and we are going to talk about your thoughts and your emotions, those three are all about the inner stuff. This next one that we're going to be looking at, which is the earth element or the pentacle suit in the standard tarot, is about the external world, your body, like your physical body, and everyone else on stage with you, the props, the situations, all that's going on in the outside world. So this is going to represent what your physical adventure looks like for the month of June. And in regards to this action and this inner, okay, there we go. So they won't even let me ask. They're just saying, here's your card, boom. You got the messenger of earth, which is the Knight of Pentacles in the standard tarot. And what this represents, all knights have their quests because that's what knights do. And the Knight of Pentacles or the Knight of Earth, their quest is for the Ace of Pentacles, which is like the quest for new opportunities, but also the quest for your self-worth and how you're expressing that or identifying it in relation to the outside world. And so this is you really going through this journey of your worth. But this also is a message of patience, because this inner work that you're doing, that happens fast. Your energies, your thoughts, your emotions, those things change like that, right? But the outside world, it takes time for that to seep out into the outside world, because we don't change from the outside in, we change from the inside out. And so this represents that there's seasons. It is movement, it is action, because all the nights are action, but this is the slow moving one compared to the other nights, because it's the outside world. There's 3 months for spring, there's 3 months for summer, there's 3 months for autumn, there's 3 months for winter, and we go again. And so it takes time for things to unfold and for things to come to fruition in the outside world. And so this is just asking you to be aware of that, be patient with that, knowing that the change, like we talked about in the beginning, you're doing a lot of it on the inside world. And we're also going to pull a card here from the Elemental Oracle just to see what else they want you to know about this physical adventure. So I like that because it definitely reiterates that it's about the change from the inside out. This action they want is about internal action. So what else for our Scorpios, please? Okay, that one. And you have Endurance, the rock. Yep, so here's kind of like that seasonal kind of energy coming in here. It takes time, endure. It will take time for things to unfold. Let's see what else it brings in here for you, though, too. Yeah, look for the groundedness in a chaotic situation. Be patient. I can't make this up. Be patient. Be patient. Slow and steady is the way to success. The obstacle is sometimes the way through. Do not be discouraged by slow progression as long as progression is being made, which is exactly what we were just talking about. That's hilarious. Everyone knows a rock when they see it, although most of us do not notice much about them. There are 3 kinds of rocks: igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary. Rocks are a key component of the Earth's outer solid layer, the crust. The mining of rocks for human use has existed since prehistoric times. Rocks for building, metal ore, and gemstone content are but a few reasons they are mined at the scales that they are. Rocks can be shaped over time by elements such as water and wind. River rocks, for example, because of the erosion effect of the water, become smoothly shaped with no corners. On a huge scale, Canyons, such as the Grand Canyon, were worn down by water and wind, yet they endure. In cultures that have a deep spiritual belief in the connectedness of everything and a close association with the land itself, rocks are as alive as any animal or human. The rocks in these frameworks have stories to tell and lessons to teach. Some are used in painting, some to hold sacred tracts of water, and in ochre paintings of the body to reinforce the dances and spiritual rituals of the culture. And this element is earth, which is what we're talking about here. So these are so related together, and I love it. It takes time for things to wear down in the outside world, and just know that you're having a lot of inner change. So they're definitely talking about be patient with the outside world. And then we move into the air element, which is normally the swords suit in the standard tarot. And this represents your mind. So it's your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And this is your mental adventure during the month of June, and also about your intuition and your spiritual gifts. So what else would you like our wonderful Scorpios to know about their mental adventure during the month of June, please? Okay, that's the one right there. And you have the messenger of air. So again, more movement. This is the Knight of Swords. And like I said, every knight has a quest, right? And so this quest that the Knight of Swords is, they're searching for the Ace of Swords, which what the Ace of Swords does, it does two powerful things. The first is it allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, which is what this is all about, connecting to that higher place, to those beliefs and those truths that are rooted and grounded in unconditional love. It also, the second powerful thing is it allows you to cut away and slice away at the small t truths of the ego, of the human experience. Those expectations that are created, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, all of those things that are created out of fear that if they're not done, we are unlovable and unacceptable. So this is a very powerful action that you're making towards discovering those truths and cutting away of those things. And we will also pull from these numerology guidance cards, and this is also going to be what they would like you to know about your mental adventure. So definitely action and movement. You know, these would be two horses. You have two horses. All right, so what else for our Scorpios? Okay, they want this one right here. Yep, you've got health, number 71. You had 17, and then you have the opposite, 71. And we will see what this message is. And I just feel like this is overall your inner health. Not so much your outer health, you know, like we were talking about. This is about an inner health. So this is a need to focus on your well-being and your self-care. So really turning inward, right? So you're being encouraged to explore practices and behaviors that can enhance your physical, emotional, and mental health. Whether you explore conventional or alternative methods, it's important at this time to put your health and happiness first. So this is a time to eliminate any unhealthy habits and behaviors that are impeding your success. And that's what this was talking about, right? Doing that inner work, releasing those things, those thoughts, and those beliefs that no longer serve you. You can seek professional assistance if you need to, or make improvements on your own. Some of the basic necessities for optimal health are regular checkups, good nutrition, exercise, drinking plenty of water, getting a good night's sleep, detoxification, going outside into nature, engaging in relaxing activities, avoiding toxic people and environments, maintaining a positive mindset, meditation or yoga, defining your personal limits and boundaries, doing what you love, laughing often, and spending quiet time alone. This isn't a time to procrastinate, for you're being called to take action. Action. Call upon your spirit guides and angels if necessary to be shown the next step to take for the sake of your health. The affirmation for this card is, with a healthy body and mind, I raise my energy vibration. So yeah, this is this call here to really look at your innerness there and to really focus in on it, because it's an important piece. Don't procrastinate, take action. And then we move into the final suit, which is the cups. And this is the water element, and the cups in the standard tarot. And so this is going to be your emotion. So it's your emotional adventure for the month of June, and all that, how it relates to your intuition and developing your spiritual gifts. So this really is the blocks that have been keeping you from expanding and really moving into your spiritual gifts and your intuition. It has to do with this personal attention here. I really feel like a lot of the action that you've been doing has been focused on external, trying to do a lot of external stuff, a lot of external movement, but this is like this ebb and flow. And of course, you're the master of transformation. So you've been through this. And in fact, I kind of feel like you have the internal stuff and you went and did external stuff. You went and did internal stuff. You went and did external stuff. Now this is like the message going, okay, it's time to go back to do internal stuff again. And so it's not like this is a new process for you. It's what you do. All right. So for our Scorpios, what do you want them to know about their emotional adventure? And of course, you are a water sign. So this is your element. Nothing to be afraid of here. This is where you live and breathe throughout your entire life here. Yep, and there you are, King of Water. So this is the highest level in the emotional area. That would be the highest emotion that you can feel, which would be that unconditional love of the creator of all things. This is reaching, usually he has the Ace of Cups in his hand, which is the chalice, the Holy Grail. It is full of the living waters, the essence of the unconditional love of the creator of all things. I mean, you've got the knights with the messengers here. You've got the queen and a king. So you have the divine masculine and feminine as well coming in here. So you do have this wonderful balancing going on, this receiving and giving side, both sides of the experiences that we have of the divine. So definitely this is this giving yourself this unconditional love, really embracing that beautiful master of emotion that you are. The kings, where the queens have their element plus water, the kings have their element plus air. So this is this balance of heart and mind that is coming into. And then your final message, your final card is going to be coming from this Queen of the Moon Oracle. And because this is the final card we'll be pulling for this reading, it can be additional messages around your emotional experience, but it also can be a wild card. Whatever else the creator wants you to know about the month of June, about your intuition, your gifts, whatever else they would like to let you know about. And one more time. All right, so for our Scorpios, what's your final? Okay, that would be your final message. And you have the Void. Card number 1. And yeah, the Dark Moon, the Void. That's like the Void course of the moon. This is actually the dark moon, but like they have the void course where it's in between signs. When it moves from one sign to another, there's usually a little period of time where it's in neither. It's like this pause, this empty place. But let's see what it tells you here. Yes, your time to rest and reset. Release all that does not serve you. Stop resisting. The void is a time of possibility, not just darkness. There's nothing to fear in letting go of negative patterns and habits, so let go of the old. The affirmation for this card, it says, I freely release what I no longer need, which has to do with this detoxification in a variety of ways. So while the full moon, full attractive power, gets all the publicity, the dark moon, which offers the infinite possibilities of a clean slate, is just as powerful in its own way. The dark moon often looks like just a darker piece of the night sky, and in some cultures, the way it appears harkens back to the idea of the void. It is a place of unknowable secrets, a state of everything and nothing, or a place to prepare or rest before moving on. To me, personally, for the author, there is a relieving, restful quality about this darkest moon that allows pondering and decisions about what we can jettison before making fresh plans for the new moon, which is the next day. If you find yourself resisting the dark moon, it is usually a clear sign that you are being stubborn about letting go of something that is old and not serving you in a positive way any longer. Often that is a fear or pattern that was created to protect you in some way. However, now it is outdated, yet you're still carrying it or acting it out. Know that this moon is powerful, but it also is incredibly gentle in the way it helps you unravel what actually is, so you can embrace the fresh start of tomorrow. Relax, reframe, and think about how much better your life will be without that bad habit, that fear, or that pattern. Get very clear about the possibilities of this transformation and what it will give you in real terms. This is the power of the dark moon. It is the optimum time in the cycle to release the old and cut the cords of relationships and traumas that deserve no time and attention in your present. And the companion stone or metal in this is jet, like jet black, right? So I love that because the moon is Mother Luna. It is a nurturing mother for us. And so she will not, bust you, in a way to hurt you or to do it in a rough manner. She is very gentle. And so this, I don't know why they just said it's like you're holding on to something and you're constipated. It's not like the juice that you take before getting a colonostomy where you're just like, oh my God, I feel like, my whole innards are gone. This is a gentle cleanse, a gentle detox. So I don't know why they showed that, but that's the difference. So this process is a very gentle one that you're going through. And again, but it is about taking action. It is about this movement, this change that's coming in here. And I am definitely loving this for you, Scorpios. Right? They have nothing else to add to that. So I'm going to leave the reading there. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these monthly readings for each zodiac sign, I also put out weekly energy updates for each of the zodiac signs and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to this notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out for this channel. Doing those things helps spread the love and also helps my channel grow in a significant way. So when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video, and especially if you subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so excited it wants to share the videos of that channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know that I'm very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, all you transformative, beautiful Scorpios, as you go through this next month, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. You have an amazing month, but I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. And in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.